Hello everyone, Disaster Far here, and today we'll be doing something a little bit different. Today I'll be giving you 5 tips for finding your own art style. When asking what you guys wanted to see on this channel, this was actually one of the suggestions, as well as quite a few other style related stuff. So I just decided, hey, this could be fun. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this. Also, the sketches that I'll be doing in this video aren't really related to the topic. They're just random anime characters I just felt like drawing. But maybe I'll do a future video demonstrating how to do it. Let me know if you'd like to see that at some point. Anyways, with that being said, let's just jump right into the video. Tip number 1 is to get inspired. One of the most helpful, if not the most helpful things that you can do when trying to find your own art style is to look at your favorite artists and figure out what you like about their styles. For instance, do you like the way that they add shading? Do you like the way that they draw eyes? What about their color palettes? There's honestly plenty of things that you could like about an art style, and it's important to know what kind of things you typically like to draw when creating a style of your own. Most people refer to this as stealing like an artist, which I guess kind of works, but just remember that it's important to not full-on copy someone else's style. Of course, a style can't be copywritten or anything, but you'll still want to make your style your own. Otherwise, it just doesn't really feel unique in any way and just feels like a carbon copy. So it's best to reference different artists rather than just one. Tip number 2 is to think about what kind of vibe you want your art to have. And by vibe, I mean to think about what kind of feeling or emotion you want your art to give people. For instance, your art could give off an edgy vibe, or make people happy, or even just be really creepy. Well, of course, I'm not saying that you should only stick with one vibe and nothing else, like ever. It can help to have a general look. This is honestly something that I'd like to work on myself personally, and I encourage others to give it a try. Tip number 3 is to change things up every now and then. I know it kind of goes against keeping with one style, but it can actually help you if you're struggling to decide what you want to go with. Experimenting with different styles can definitely give you a different perspective and can make you think about what you would like to add or change about your own style. It can also honestly just be really fun to do. Like, one thing that I suggest you do is to give the 10 art style challenge a try. I actually did this in a video a couple of months ago. You can check that out in the little card above. Tip number 4 is to study real life. Now, hold on, I can already hear you groaning in agony at the thought, but hear me out. Practicing and studying realism can give you tons of knowledge that you can apply to your own work, like form, lighting, and expressions. And I know you might be thinking, but I want to draw cartoons, not realism, so I should be fine without it, right? Well, most of the time, no. It's actually kind of hard to make your art look great without at least a little bit of realism practice. And believe it or not, most cartoonists actually have a pretty decent understanding of anatomy. Even when you look at the most cartoony kind of styles, they still have a good grasp on it. So it's best to practice realism every now and then. It doesn't have to be a constant thing, but just every now and then. Otherwise, you're just gonna draw a little Johnny with a broken backwards arm, so practice. Finally, tip number 5 is to not take it too seriously. Yes, this tip does go against everything else I kind of said, but it's very important to remember that art is meant to be fun. Speaking from personal experience, being obsessed with finding your art style and constantly studying others can make art a lot less enjoyable for somebody. It's also important to remember that everyone already has a style. It's just a matter of building on it over time to make it something special. So don't get too frustrated if things aren't going as smoothly as you like. It'll come with time and practice. Anyways, that's all the tips I have for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful, and let me know what other kind of topics you'd like to hear me talk about in these sketchbook sessions. They're honestly really fun for me to do, and I really just enjoy talking and rambling in them. Anyways, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and slap that little gray bell so you can get all the notifications. That's all for today, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!